A warm welcome to all the publishers and independent authors of BookVillage. This first lesson marks the beginning of a relationship built on trust and transparency, the kind of relationship we want to establish with you. At BookVillage, we have chosen to communicate openly with our users because we believe that, for far too long, publishers have been treated as if it wasn't worth explaining to them the slightly more complex mechanism of this industry. The result is that many authors have ended up relying on services available on the market without being aware of certain hidden risks that, objectively speaking, could threaten the stability of their accounts and their business. We don't share that approach. We want to be your allies, and we feel a strong responsibility to clearly explain what those risks are and how to minimize or even completely eliminate them. From here, we'll begin showing you, step by step, how BookVillage works and why it was built to solve all these hidden problems. Enjoy this lesson, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. BookVillage is a community of independent authors and publishers who share the same passion for reading, and through that passion they can discover, read, and evaluate books written by other independent authors just like them, with the opportunity to post their own genuine, unbiased reviews. It's a way to help one another grow, while always maintaining integrity and respect for the rules of the platforms we publish on. The idea behind this kind of community is as simple as it is extraordinary, but we also know that every great idea, if not structured correctly, can turn into a risk. In recent years, Amazon has become increasingly strict in monitoring the origin and authenticity of reviews. Today, with the rise of AI-based monitoring systems, even a small misunderstanding can jeopardize years of work, and in the most serious cases, entire KDP accounts, even those belonging to completely honest authors. That's why we at BookVillage have built the most advanced platform on the market, powered by complex algorithms working in the background to guarantee a level of safety and adherence to the guidelines of the platforms where we publish our books like never seen before. Behind the scenes, countless calculations, filters, and checks are constantly running, yet for users, everything remains remarkably simple. BookVillage users can choose to participate in other authors' promotions by reading their books and sharing their honest and influenced opinions. In turn, when it's their time, they'll receive the same kind of support from the community, in a balanced, merit-based system where everyone who contributes is always rewarded. This process, while simple and extremely effective, requires great attention. It's essential to prevent even the slightest misunderstanding that could make it appear as an unfair or non-compliant system in the eyes of platforms like Amazon, or others will integrate in the future. That's why it's vital to carefully follow all the guidelines of the platforms where we publish. A single mistake, or even just an ambiguous behavior, can lead to unpleasant consequences, such as suspension or permanent account closure. We at BookVillage have closely observed how other services operate, the ones many of you might consider similar. We have seen everything that doesn't work, everything that puts honest publishers at risk, and we decided to step in. From that moment on, our goal has been clear: to raise the standard once and for all, by building a platform much safer, more transparent, and structurally different from any other. Before truly understanding what makes BookVillage different, it's important to understand how the other platforms on the market work. Their logic is as basic as it gets. Every time a user posts a review, they earn coins. Every time a user receives a review, they spend those coins. And to avoid direct exchanges, they apply what's known as the anti-swap rule. If user A reviews a book by user B, then user B cannot review a book by user A. And here everything stops. Full stop. This is the structure behind virtually every review exchange service on the market. And while the anti-swap rule is necessary, it might not be enough to ensure full compliance with the guidelines of the platforms where we publish our books. These platforms would, in fact, struggle to answer a whole series of legitimate questions. For example, if I earn coins for every review I post, couldn't Amazon interpret those coins as a form of compensation, making my reviews appear influenced and therefore unauthentic in their eyes? Are user activities actually monitored over time? How can they distinguish reviews written by genuine readers from those posted by fake or automated accounts, easily purchasable on freelancer marketplaces? What checks are in place for profiles that publish too many reviews in too short a period? Why do so many reviews disappear shortly after appearing on my books? And how is it prevented that the same reader reviews my books multiple times in a short time frame? Unfortunately, these are just some of the questions. There are many more. The truth is, there is no real control, and that exposes users to enormous risks in our opinion. Amazon, for instance, may interpret many of their reviews obtained through this system as non-compliant with its rules. And even in moderate cases, the consequences can be severe. Let's take a look at them together. Removal of received reviews, blocking or suspension of the book, in the most serious cases, permanent closure of the entire KDP account and loss of all the generated royalties. And it is precisely to answer all these questions that BookVillage was created. BookVillage was born with the ambition to become the number one, definitive and irreplaceable tool for helping independent authors and publishers accumulate fully Amazon-compliant reviews, optimizing every single aspect imaginable and leaving absolutely nothing to chance. This isn't just a service, it's an infrastructure built to support you for years to come, with a level of stability and security no other platform currently offers. We have analyzed every mistake made by previous systems and fixed them at their core. BookVillage is designed to endure with no risk of collapse or crash, unlike what already happened in early 2025 to one of the most well-known platforms in the industry, and what, inevitably, will happen to the others. We'll talk more about that soon, because it's essential to understand why those systems are structurally flawed. For now, we'll stop here. See you in the next lesson, where we'll show you, without stretching things too long, otherwise we'd be here for hours, exactly how BookVillage truly stands apart from all other platforms, and the optimization and innovations that make this project something entirely new. A warm greeting from the BookVillage team, and as always, enjoy your stay in the village.